Hey guys, it's Eve from Build a Business You Love, back with another small business video. And this video is about small businesses working with non-for-profits and entities with non-for-profit status. And yeah, let's get into it. So, really quickly, I want you to compare the difference between a nonprofit and a not for profit because I feel that people use these two terms interchangeably and they probably shouldn't because they mean two different things. Okay. Even myself, I find myself saying not for profit and I mean nonprofit. So, if you hear me say that, just know I mean nonprofit. Okay. The main difference, honestly, is the legal entity and that the nonprofit organization has tax exempt status, okay, which is what you would need if you are working with a nonprofit organization, and they are actually giving you information so that you're able to write certain things off for your small business at the end of the tax year. Um, Other things like, they do stuff for the common good of the public, like they're giving out food or they're providing free or discounted legal services. Whereas the not for profit, their objectives are of their own and they don't actually have tax exempt status. So those are the main two differences of the non for profit and not for profit. I just wanted to mention it because if you are utilizing a non-for-profit, or excuse me, a nonprofit, even I'm getting confused, a nonprofit, so that you can possibly get tax credits or benefits at the end of the year, you want to know the difference. Okay, some pros of using a non-for-profit into your small business for, maybe you're providing them with a free service or a discounted service. Some pros is that it's exposure for your business, right? So say for an example, for an events-based business, you can have or give a non-for-profit, excuse me, I'm saying non-for-profit, a non-profit organization the right to use your space, and in return, you have a bunch of people who has already seen your space. So next time they're looking for, an event space to have their baby shower, kids party, whatever it is, they've already seen your space, and it can be helpful because you are having more people in your space, more people viewing your space. Also, it can provide goodwill with the community, right? It's important to be able to show yourself as a business that assists with the community, that you align with the goals of the community, and that you're not just taking from what the community has to offer, but you're also, providing some goodwill with the people of your neighborhood. And some cons could be that if you decide to discount your prices for a nonprofit or not charge at all, then, there's that because you're getting less money. And also, people can take advantage, or even companies and profits can take advantage. They'll say, "Well, we're back again for another discount," and it's like, I gave you one last month, right? So that can be some cons and some pros as to doing business with a nonprofit organization. Obviously, this is not legal or tax advice. So, but also, I wanted to make sure that you understand that you do not have to offer a discount or a donation to a nonprofit. It's completely up to you. It's a personal business decision on whether you decide or how you decide to, offer your services. And this includes when you're working with a nonprofit, right? So you don't have to discount your business or your product or your services. You don't have to. It's completely up to you. Um, the nonprofit will probably give you a 1099 miscellaneous for the cost, right? Which could be a tax benefit, or could be a tax credit to the business owner at the end of the year. And I'm going to go over a little bit more about that right now. So, if you decide, for example, to give the nonprofit a discounted rate or a freebie, then you could potentially become a sponsor for the nonprofit, and you'll invoice the nonprofit, and they should give you something like a good standing letter along with the nonprofit organization intent to pay. It's 1099. Maybe they'll give you a 501c3 letter or any other document that you'll need, come tax time, that you'll need to prove that you gave away this particular product or service. And they can actually attach a number to it. So you'll discuss more about that with your tax professional. Also, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing so far, because I always forget to mention that. Also, so if you are working with a nonprofit, I wanted to let you know that nonprofit status is registered with the state's Department of, excuse me, the state's Secretary of State. So you can actually check to see if the particular nonprofit is registered with the Secretary of State to see if it's an actual nonprofit. This is also an example of a 503c donation receipt letter and what it can entail. And this is an example of a 1099 miscellaneous form, which they can give you in order for them to be able to, if they are paying, and for them to be able to cut you a check or anything like that. A lot of times they'll need this on their books for their documents. Um, so for more information about charitable contributions, you can go to the irs.gov website. Okay. And also speak to your tax professional, guys. Don't be afraid to ask them questions. If you're paying them, you can ask them questions. I always recommend having a note page open on your phone or a notebook where you're asking questions throughout the year, because when time comes, you forget all of these questions throughout the year, right? So have one place where you're asking all of these questions to your professionals, to your mentor, to your tax professional, to your legal professional. Have some questions, right? So have a notebook or your notepad open up on your phone. And as you go along throughout the year, if you have questions, you can actually just look at that section of your phone or your notebook and be able to ask your professional questions. To support the channel, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys have had any dealings with nonprofits and what your experience was as a small business. And just to let you know, I also have an affordable course for an event space. If you are interested in event space startup or looking to start an event space, it teaches you how to start, about funding opportunities, visibility and marketing, demystifying zoning and automations and contracts, and more. And I am coming out with a small business startup roadmap course that teaches you how to start your small business the right way. Of you that feel that, hey, I have my business, I know what I'm doing, I just don't know the business aspect of it. I can do hair, I can cut hair, I can, I have a balloon planning business, whatever it is. Maybe you don't understand the ins and outs of the business side. And that's what this particular course will teach you. And remember, guys, if you don't build your own dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs. That's my favorite quote. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Thanks, guys.